Good afternoon and welcome to London, England. I'm here today by myself, without Beth and without the teens, to see the baseball. Yes, I'm at Queen Elizabeth II Olympic Park, and we're here to see the New York Mets play the Philadelphia Phillies. Why in London? Why now? I'll tell you on the way in. So every year for the past few years, barring COVID, the teams of Major League Baseball, 2 teams, have been chosen to come to London to this very park to play a series. A regular season series, and this year it's the Mets versus the Phillies. Here's the superstar that is Bryce Harper and Francisco Lindor from the Mets. I'm here for 2 days, for Saturday and Sunday for both games, but I'm not just here as a spectator, because that would be far too expensive. No, I'm working or volunteering. Yes, a couple of years ago in 2019, I bought tickets for the Cubs versus the Cardinals for me and the kids and Beth to come see their first Major League Baseball game. It was canceled because it was the summer of 2020. It was canceled for COVID, and they were very expensive anyway. We got a ticket refund from Ticketmaster, and I didn't really fancy paying that again. However, you can volunteer, and I did. So this is an unpaid position. It is part of the welcome team. I am part of the welcome team this year for the London Series. Like I said, this is a regular game series versus the Phillies and the Mets. Beth and the kids and I just took them to their very first Major League Baseball game in Seattle. That video will be coming out soon. So don't forget to like and subscribe to Traveling with Teens. It's not a baseball channel, it's a travel channel, but you'll see that soon. So of course, in the regular season, the football season, soccer season for Premiership football, this is the home of West Ham United. It was the scene of the London 2012 Olympics. And when we did our training for this event, our volunteer training, we got to see the locker rooms where the Mets and the Phillies will be. They were already set up for the players. And somebody asked, how long do you think this is, this room that we're in, this locker room? And somebody said 100 meters, and they said, you're right. This is the place where Usain Bolt and all the other 100-meter sprinters warmed up. The indoor warm-up track for the Olympics is now the locker room. And there we are, the Diamonds volunteer tent. We are called the Major League Baseball Diamonds. That's the name of us, and you can see loads of them filing past me now. And we're all here to volunteer, give our time for me, so I can watch the baseball for free. And it feels nice to volunteer. And this is the community track, and here we are down there. That's our space. Okay, so a bit of an update. I have been promoted. I was just Spectator's services team. I'm now team leader. So let me show you what I got. Apart from this t-shirt, I've got this hat, this London MLB World Tour London Series hat. I got this MLB Diamonds fridge magnet, which I don't know when I'm going to use. On my fridge, I guess. A rain poncho, commemorative pin, this commemorative tote bag, this commemorative water bottle, which I filled up at home before I came. And the most important part, a radio. They're trusting me with being in charge of a team of 6 people. Let's see how it goes. So apparently my area is called Lower South 2. Lower South 2, which is somewhere in the outfield, near center field. Play ball. South 2 to EEC for radio check. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, this was...
Here we are.
Oh, this is easy. Fragile roof. What the hell?
So here we are. Major League Baseball in London. Here's the players' training. This is amazing. I have never in my life been this close to Major League Baseball players warming up. This is amazing.
I'm not sharing mine.
My team is in place, and we are actually, I misspoke earlier, we are covering the entire right field line from the foul pole all the way down to about first base. This is our territory. And for those of you wondering about the dimensions of the field here, it is 392 up the center. That's 392 feet up into center field. The foul lines are at 330 each, so it's equidistant between the right field foul pole and the left field foul pole and home plate. And here's a look at some of the food, the vending here. We got wood-fired pizza. We have a bar, of course. We've got Shea Fried Chicken, named after Shea Stadium of the New York Mets. And the Empire State Burger, loaded dogs, and the Amazing Ale House. So this is the Mets side. The Phillies side is on the other side. I don't know if I'm going to get around there. So there are some strange mascots and things going on that you probably would only find at a baseball game in the UK. There's also a Freddie Mercury with a big head and a Henry VIII with a big head. And I think a Margaret Thatcher or something like that. So we've just had confirmation that the gates are open. Here we go. So people are starting to arrive. They are throwing warm-up balls out to the few crowd that are here. I'm just missed one by a millimeter. Here we go. So we got people from South America, Central America, Germany here. These people were very nice. Literally all over Europe and all over the world people are here for this. I did not expect this. I thought it'd be a bunch of British people who don't understand the rules of baseball. That is insane, the 2-foot-long hot dog, oh my God. It's actually a boomstick. 2-foot-long hot dog. About 25 pounds. Wow. This is what I was talking about. Freddie Mercury, Henry VIII, a beefeater, and Winston Churchill, I believe. I think that's Winston Churchill or something else. So funny. My job, if you want to call it a job, is to walk up and down this white bit, up until about the middle there, where that person's just walking across. Walk back and forth, making sure my team, who are down here in the purple shirts, are doing a good job helping the crowd out. And really, I'll just be watching the game, really, won't I? During batting practice, people wait. When a ball gets hit to the outfield, they wait to be thrown the ball so they can keep it. You can catch a ball and keep it during the game, but the chances are very low. So before the game, you can turn up and maybe get the ball, stand a bit more chance of going home with an official Major League Baseball as a souvenir. So capacity at this stadium is 60,000 when it's laid out for baseball. Apparently we've sold 55,000 tickets. Looks like a lot less than that, but it is an hour and 20 minutes until the first pitch. So what you guys need to understand is that as an American living in London, I miss some things about America. I don't live in London. I live outside of London, but not far. And there are some things I miss, and baseball is one of them. So this is really cool for me to be home and to get a little bit of home at the same time. Also, it's people's faces as they come in, and then they're just greeted by, well, Major League Baseball in London. It's so cool. So we've got Mr. and Mrs. Met and the Philly Fanatic right here. Now it is not quite. There we go. Not quite at capacity, but...
And the producer.
What? Matthew Broderick? No way. Matthew Broderick. No way. I had no idea. Well done. First pitch by Matthew Broderick. Of course, my goal over these 2 days is to catch a foul ball or even a home run on this side. Childhood dream. Let's see if it happens. So I don't know if it's the British crowd or the Americans in Britain, but this is louder than what we had at T-Mobile Park. It's also busier, but it's definitely a loud crowd. Music is loud too. That's probably something to do with it too. Mets are winning 1-0. So I just found out something really, really cool. So there's all these women down here in matching jackets. They're like Mets jackets. And I asked what the occasion was. I thought it was maybe a hen party. They're the wives, the players' wives. That is foul. No pun intended. Home run, Bryce Harper. Right down here. All the way over here. On the right field line.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the countdown?
This is crazy. Okay, so this is the mascot race. Apparently it happens every time there's a London Series. They're going to race Freddie Mercury, Winston Churchill, Henry VIII, and the Beefeater. Go! Oh God! Oh, Freddie! Freddie, come on! And of course they're playing Benny Hill. Oh, Freddie.
He is making it look easy. Freddie Mercury, the MLB, the only great British mascot with 2 wins. It's Freddie Mercury. Come on.
That was bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Right, I don't know what is going on here. I don't know what that's all about. It's like a wrestler or a gymnast or God knows what. Obviously they're filming something. It's so weird. Hello, Mrs. Met. Oh, it's gladiators. Or as you might know it, American gladiators. I see. Gladiators are fighting the Philly fanatic and Mr. Met. I think they're rehearsing something that they're about to do on the field. Indeed, that is what's happened. And they're about to do something. Here. So weird. Just look at that thing.
Second baseman, number 11, Jose Hickle.
Here comes the wave. In fact, from our American viewers, here in the UK they call it the Mexican wave, for reasons I'll get into later. But it's just the wave in the US. And it's not really taking off here in this stadium today. Maybe next time. The really great thing about this today is that I can get a view walking back and forth and nobody tells me off. Nobody says I can't do it. Nobody says, please take your seat, sir, because I don't have a seat. Because like this guy here, I'm working. It's amazing. Seventh inning stretch.
Practical Joker star and lifelong Mets fan, Brian Q. Quinn.
Brian Q. Quinn.
This is for Brian Q. Ron and Steve Jeffers.
Me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I never get back to this room. Root for the Phillies. They don't mean it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes are out at the old ball game. So tonight's attendance, 53,000. A little bit short of capacity, but not too much. Okay, so this is a sing-along. And just so you're aware, here in England, here in the UK, that is, there's another out for the Phillies. That is a football song, a soccer song, a soccer chant, Sweet Caroline. Where in the US, it's a Boston Red Sox song, so the Mets fans were not singing at all. Interesting. And if you're playing the home game, the Boston Red Sox did start it first. as far as a sports chant. And the Mets fans are going home. They're not even sticking around for the ninth inning. Oh well, there's always tomorrow. Oh, what a shame. Ground ball to second, double play, and the Phillies win. And I have my rally cap on and everything. The players and their families find this an amazing opportunity because a lot of them have never been to Europe, have never been to England, never been to London, and they treat it as a family trip. Don't forget, only 2 Major League teams every year get to do it. And I think it's only been done 3 times, so only 6 Major League teams have ever done the London Series. And they're posing here for a group photo. It's quite sweet. Bless you, Mets. Better luck tomorrow. Well, that was an experience. I really look forward to coming back tomorrow, and I'll see you there. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so good morning and welcome to day 2 of the London Series, MLB Series, the Phillies versus the Mets. Mets lost last night. Let's hope they win today. I used to live in Astoria, Queens, so a bit of a Mets fan myself, and hopefully they'll do better today. Come join me. Got a couple of goals today. One of them is to catch a foul ball or a training ball, fulfilling a childhood dream. The other is to impart some knowledge, some insider knowledge on the London Series as well as Major League Baseball itself, things I didn't know until I did my training for this role. It's a beautiful morning, well-ish. Beautiful day for baseball here in London, and looking forward to the game, looking forward to working with my team again, just looking forward to it all, really. If you are from the States or anywhere else and you don't know what this is called the Orbitron, and it was built for the London 2012 Olympics. It is a ride, or rather a slide. You go all the way to the top and slide down. It is quite expensive to do, and it's made from reconstituted gas pipes, which is a fact I remember from when Beth and I, and the kids actually, came to the Paralympics and the Olympics in 2012. In fact, the London Stadium itself is also built, the structure of it is built from reconstituted gas pipes. All of it. It's cool. And of course here where we volunteers meet, the MLB Diamonds, is called the community track. It was turned over to the community for community races and things, but it was the warm-up area for the track and field events in London 2012. Okay, so I've just arrived and let me show you the booty I have today. So I've got stacks of eye blacks to give out. These aren't for sale. They are something that we just give out to mostly to little kids. I'm going to put mine on in a minute. There are ones for the Phillies as well as for the Mets. I've got a stack of foam fingers, one for each of my team and then some to give away at the end. My radio, of course, and my list of my team. And MLB Diamonds playing cards, which was not a gift I was expecting to get today. They aren't branded though. The playing cards are normal. It's just the tin. Right, I'm going to try to get these on. As a Mets fan, I need to wear Mets on both sides. Yesterday it was Phillies on one side, Mets on the other. That didn't really sit well with me. So we are the amazing Mets all the way. Protected from the glare and ready to go. Sorted. Here we go, team! Let's go! So one of the great things about working here is that the batting cages, you can do them when you're working here without having to queue up. So we're still about half an hour from opening up. All right, welcome to day 2. So I'm here at the right field foul pole to impart some insider knowledge about the actual infield dirt. I didn't know this before, but every Major League stadium has infield dirt that comes from a 1-mile stretch of the Mississippi River. So it's mud that is dried from a 1-mile stretch of the Mississippi. And this is no exception. They had to import tons and tons, metric tons of mud just for this field, just for 2 games. And they keep it in Thurrock, outside of London, in a wet shed, is what I was told, and just bring it into the London Stadium just for these 2 games. And then when they're not doing MLB in London, it's just sitting there, staying moist. Interesting. But the outfield is actually AstroTurf. Interesting. Because it's real grass when West Ham plays. football here. And that must be the AstroTurf. And that must be the Mississippi Mud. I think before it gets busy, have me a pretzel. So that was expensive. That was nearly £7, but well worth it. I didn't mention this yesterday, but being in an event like this just strikes me as how close together our two countries are. England, or the UK, sorry, and the US. There's people here who grew up in the US who are British and sound British. There's people here who worked in the US for a while. There's people here who are American, who are working over here, or living over here like myself. It's just a whole mix of people. And then of course there's non-English speaking people all together. It's fantastic. So I'm going to go for a little walk around the outside, show you what else is here besides just in my section. So just to be clear, coming out of gate E, which is around where my section is, and turning left, we have all this. So here we've got American street food, Greek, something called the Smokehouse, an ice cream van, of course. The Brooklyn Big Dog, which is hysterical because, well, there's no team in Brooklyn anymore. A DJ booth. Chicken dingers, big league burgers, bases loaded dogs. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's much more of a party atmosphere here than there is at a normal MLB regular season game. There's 162 games in a MLB season. They're not all this high energy, they can't be, but this is like a big party. And then we've got American street food, Major League mac and cheese, bases loaded dogs again. Batter up fish and chips, a little bit tip of the hat to the UK here, and the bullpen barbecue. Oh, and some Philly Fanatic fried chicken, so we're actually getting into the Philly side of things. But of course, continuing the Philadelphia theme, we have the Broad Street burgers, and then the Phillies bring the heat, where you can pitch and see how fast your pitches are. And the Liberty Bell bar, as well as the Boomtown Philly cheesesteaks. And lastly, this is the biggest thing this series, the MLB Superstore. Now this had a queue yesterday, a queue line of 2 hours before and during the game. 2 hours. They've sold out a lot of Philadelphia merch. The queue is insane. This is the difference between Brits and Americans. I know Americans like merch, but Brits love it. And they will queue up. Brits also love to queue, and they will queue up for hours to get it. And not just MLB merch, but Disney merch, any kind of merch. Taylor Swift merch, any kind of merch. And here's everything from a slightly different angle. We are now on the opposite side. We're on the left field foul line. So by a wayfinding point, that far Jumbotron, that's where I usually am, but I'm way over here now. Oh, and look who it is. Hello, sir. Sir Churchill, hello. Oh, and there's a Loch Ness Monster. I didn't see Nessie yesterday. Nessie and Henry VIII and Freddie Mercury. Hello. Hello, yes, hello.
I'm expecting you to win again today. Yes, you gotta win. Better win.
That's it, Freddie, break free.
My money's on you.
So you'll see a lot of Philadelphia Phillies fans in overalls, like dungarees, as we call them in the UK, like Super Mario Brothers type wear. And from what I can tell, it's just a fashion isn't the right word, but it's just a little bit of a fad with Philadelphia Phillies fans and home games, and even away games. They'll just dress in the team's colors in big oversized dungarees, overalls. And this leads us back to the Mets side, the amazing ale house and everything I showed you yesterday, which is just down there. And we're back. I understand capacity has not been reached again. A little bit less ticket sales than yesterday. We'll see as the day goes on. So Jess Glynn is performing.
But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. I will wait forever
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Catherine Jenkins.
Would say, oh, gracious King, no thee, oh, noble King, who will sing thy
Thank you.
So today, the Phillies are in their home uniforms, and the away team is the Mets, the opposite of yesterday. Let's see if the away team can win today, because the home team, I'm getting confused now. Phillies won yesterday. Let's see if the Mets can do it today. All right, it's bottom of the first, 2 out, full count to Bryce Harper. Dangerous situation to be in. And he walks. Walks the bases loaded. Alec Boehm up to bat now. Bases loaded for Boehm. And a double play. But the Phillies score a run. 1-0 Philadelphia. So you might have noticed me wearing these eye blacks, New York Mets on both sides. We're actually meant to give them away, which I have been doing. And then some of the Mets players' wives wanted them. So I was happy to oblige. Who's your husband? Who's your husband? Oh, what?
He's a pitcher.
All right. Thank you. Oh no. The Philly fanatic is now a member of the King's Guard. Just when you thought you'd seen it all. Oh, it looks like they're trying to get him away. They're trying to oh, because they're not meant to move in front of Buckingham Palace. I get it. Again. And again. Literally 90 seconds later. I think they're going to do the race again. Oh yeah, look, Winston Churchill's wearing running shoes. Oh, they all are. They've all got their running shoes on. Even Freddie Mercury. Whoa! 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 Let's go Mets! Let's go Mets! Right, so we've got 2 men on, 2 men out. Tyrone Taylor at the plate and a tie ball game. Will it go to extra innings? That's the question. I certainly hope not, because I am tired and feeling my age.
Stadium this weekend.
Wow.
The Mets, the Phillies, in Major League Baseball. Thank you.
That's an impressive total over 2 days. Let's go Mets! Or boo. It's a totally divided crowd. Come on, Mets. Tied anymore. Right, so it's 4-3 Philadelphia in the top of the 8th. It's time for me to put on my Mets rally cap. Here we go. For those of you wondering what a rally cap is, if you're British or not American, you're not familiar with baseball, it's when your team is behind, you wear your hat in a silly way and hope that they rally from behind. Let's go Mets. And listen to this crowd. Let's go Mets. Okay, is he gonna? Oh yes! Tie game! Here we go, top of the order. Bases loaded. This has turned into a very good baseball game. So the infield is pulled in to protect against the sacrifice bunt that would put the Mets in the lead here in the top of the 9th. Oh, hit by pitch! And that's a run scored! That's a run scored for the Mets. Let's go Mets. Base is still loaded, still one out. Let's go Mets. Let's go Nimmo. Another wild pitch. A wild pitch. Mets score. Okay, so we've ended up with a 3-run deficit for the Phillies going into the bottom of the ninth. I don't think they're going to make it. Okay, so as New York brings in a new pitcher, Bruce Smith, the tying run is going to be at the, the winning run is going to be at the plate, and it will be none other than Mr. Bryce Harper himself, the superstar of the Philadelphia Phillies. You guys, this is baseball. This is baseball. I have not moved from this spot or done any work for like an hour. Clean-up hitter, Alex Bohm at the plate. Bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. You couldn't write this stuff. All right, that's a 3-1 count. If he walks him, that's one more run, and that's a walk. That is a walk. Base is still loaded. 2 strikes now. Well, if you're a beer half empty Mets fan, you might be thinking, oh no, she's a beer full Mets fan. Thinking we're going to win. Well, let's see. Still 1 out. 2 strikes on the batter. Oh, broken bat. Swinging bunt. Double play. Mets win. Mets win. Mets win. And look at this, they are taking apart the bullpen. Everything is about to be dismantled. They are getting ready, they're wetting down the turf, not to cover it, but to remove it and to take it back to third. This is crazy, the entire ballpark is being dismantled. Everything is being taken down, just turned back into a football stadium, a soccer stadium. So crazy. And that is it, guys. Major League Baseball World Tour London Series 2024 has now completed. My job is over. We just have one more thing, and that is to get a group photo with all the MLB Diamonds. Looking forward to that. And then looking forward to getting home. I am tired and feeling my age. And this was the VIP area here on the right field foul line. And that's what that looks like. That's where all the bands were playing, where Jess Glynn was singing. Which is a shame that nobody else could see Jess Glynn. And good night from London Stadium. It's been a fantastic weekend, a fantastic game, and a fantastic series. I'm going to bed.